everyone. Welcome to another very special episode of SRB TV. I'm, of course, Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we are, of course, taking a look at the August 2020 Sony State of Play. Of course, this will be focusing, from what they've been telling us, this will be focused on current-gen titles, along with some VR stuff. And they are confirmed there will be no major PS5 announcements. Though they had, after they said this, about like a day later, they had to reiterate that price and release date will be announced by the end of August, or sometime in August. They have confirmed that. So, yeah, I can see why a lot of people are not happy about this, mainly due for the fact that, of course, we're expecting more PS5 news and not really current gen stuff. You know, people, they're 3 months out, and it feels like they should be diving into more of the PlayStation 5 stuff.
But I understand what they're doing right now. They're trying to get whatever's left that they're trying to get, you know, for like PS4 that's still there.
Right.
They're still trying to get people there, but it's just, like I said, it's just a lot of people now are just in that next gen zone, you know, and that's what they want, you know. Yeah. So.
But the thing is, though, there is still stuff to look forward to on the PS4. Same goes for like mostly everything they showed during the Xbox Game Showcase, which was all coming to Xbox One as well. So like, there's still, I guess with this, they're still trying to reassure people who can't afford a PS5 when it comes that there's still other alternatives until you can actually
there's still stuff you can still enjoy and play from PS4, you know, from the current gen. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure they still get people there that can't get it right away, but hey, we still have stuff here.
Yeah, so right off the bat, there is a list. I have stuff of potentially what they could show. So first thing I have on here is the second expansion for the game Control.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Last time Remedy was interviewed about the expansion was recently, and they're still saying the game will come out by the end of summer, so it's August. So but yeah, the second expansion, which is the one I told you about, the one where the key art kind of hints that, you know, they're gonna have a Alan Wake crossover of sorts.
Which would be cool.
One, yeah, it's gonna be cool. Like I said, when you get to play the game, you'll see how intertwined they actually make the character's story into the game. But but probably announce a first trailer for it. Announcement of when it's gonna be released. Probably a shadow drop today. I have the Xbox version, so like I'll probably won't get it for another couple weeks. I already bought the season pass, but I guess PlayStation has more of an exclusivity deal with Remedy and stuff. So
yeah.
Next up, we may get the final character reveal for the Season 5 pass for Street Fighter 5. Now, you didn't watch it, but yesterday,
I heard about it, especially from Max.
yeah, Capcom had a not big event, but like an announcement showcase of sorts, showing off 4 of the 5 characters coming to Street Fighter 5. They revealed 4 of the 5, but the 5th one, expected to be coming out fall of next year, was not revealed. You know, people are speculating who it could be, and some are thinking they may have saved it for this event here today.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, yeah, who knows? It was a good lineup they have for the final season. Well, a lot of people call it final season, but we'll see. I feel like this has already been deconfirmed, but of course the other big thing that's been Sony's been put under the bus with, or like they've been getting flack for, is of course the announcement that Spider-Man is a PlayStation 4 PlayStation exclusive character for the upcoming Squeenix Avengers game.
Yes.
This has gotten a lot of flack due to the fact that like they have been all whole drum about like everything, all post-story content being free, all characters, stuff like that, and then they go and do something like this.
It sounds like it's still free, but now it's more of exclusivity for a certain amount of time for probably for
as
the
of
console,
right now.
I think.
No, as of right now, it has not been confirmed as a timed exclusive. It's just
I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna change it eventually for it not to be like a timed one, but at least at some point they're gonna be like, you know what, let's finally just give it, you know, over to the other consoles and other stuff.
Of course, they also had to reiterate that Spider-Man, Crystal Dynamics had to reiterate that Spider-Man will be the only exclusive character. Anything else will be available on all
for
platforms.
everybody.
Yeah, for everybody.
But
So
well, it's like what I heard. It's like some people were like, you know what, Sony still has kind of like the rights to Spider-Man, so it would make sense to where it's like, this is our property, let's bring it over. Let's just do this. But
yeah, but
yeah,
no,
but
but I think the biggest problem is that like the
the way they
Squeenix,
announced it.
the way they promise all the characters will be like free when they're released and stuff like.
I don't know.
I
still say give it time. Honestly, I still think give it time. It's not going to be a
yeah,
time
when enough.
exclusive.
Yeah, no, when enough. Go on.
It's like you're about to say. I think when it's like we have enough, we have a whole bunch already out there for people playing it already. Then at a certain point, they're going to be like, guess what? Now it's available for everybody else. And that's why I said it's not. They're not saying it now because they just want to see how it does. If it does phenomenally well, then later on they're going to release pretty much it to everybody for everyone to try Spider-Man.
Yeah, we'll see. Right now, like I said, it's only exclusive right now. It may come out like late next year for everybody else. Who knows?
Yeah.
If enough people, I hate to make it sound like this, but honestly, it's true. If enough people bitch and moan, they'll work
it's more
out.
of like if the nerds speak up or the gamers speak up, then it's like, well, it's going to happen at some point.
Next up, of course, the one you've been waiting. This is one of two things you've been waiting for, Batman related, and that is. Well, we don't know what Rocksteady's thing is, but we do know
we don't know. We don't know.
But we do know what W Montreal's thing most likely is, and of course that's the Corval's game.
Yes.
Now, of course, we want to read here that in like about 2.5 weeks' time,
on August 22nd, specifically,
is the DC fandom virtual experience event, which will probably be a whole bunch of things there.
So if they don't have anything here, God willing, they'll have something there at the actual
but this
virtual thing.
This game's been teased for a while now. Hell, they even post on the last year's anniversary videos. W Montreal even put cryptic teases of it, and we still haven't gotten anything from it. And I'm assuming this is going to be. Part of me thinks it's going to be a current gen system, so we may see it here today, and may get that whole upgrade bonus thing. When it comes to PS5.
Yeah, it's like one of those. You play it here, then you'll be able to play it on the next gen when that time comes. Which that's one thing somebody brought up with the whole, I don't know, maybe it's just me, the way Xbox is like, you'll be able to optimize it to work with Xbox, and then PlayStation is more like, if you play it here, you can play it on PlayStation 5. That's it. It's like Xbox is annoying everybody with this. It's optimized. It's optimized. I'm sorry. I just had to say it to get out of there.
Don't worry about it. But we're not here to talk about Xbox.
I know.
The PlayStation. Yeah, but Corval's, I can see it here. I can see a trailer here, and that dome thing.
Or like a teaser and says, "Watch the rest." When it's released. The fandom, DC fandom thing. But even if
probably.
For me personally, I would rather them if they don't show it. Or if they do show it, just show it. Fully show it. Don't just try to tell us, "Oh, watch this." It's like, you know what? If you have it, show it. If you don't, and you want to release it then just release it then.
Yeah. So after that, only a couple more things. More news on the Crash Bandicoot 4. More news, probably more gameplay footage from the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 collection as well.
And then last thing
last thing I wanted to note was, like I said earlier, they said there's going to be no major PS5 announcements here. So I know for a fact that's most likely means that when they mean no major announcements, that they're just saying that like all the games they'll show here will have the whole like upgrade to PS5 thing for free thing. That's what they mean. It's like that's the PS5 news they'll have, but it's nothing major. But maybe more PS5 related things revealed. Who knows? Maybe a tease about when they will officially be unveiling the release date and price. Like I said, we're still a few months out, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But we're going to get right to it, folks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Here are our reactions to the August 2020 Sony State of Play. So
yes, enjoy.
Sorry. Okay, here we go. Random noise, right?
Wait.
It's a random noise? Random noise? Random noise? Random noise. It's a random noise. Random. It's random. No, regular noise.
Yeah.
Okay. RP to M, that's a good sign.
Okay.
Yes, Crash 4 right off the bat.
It's about time.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo Cortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day. Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is the first totally new game in the Crash Bandicoot series in over a decade. So for us at Toys for Bob, we felt that it was important to reintroduce longtime fans, as well as new players, to this amazing franchise. First, we made sure to incorporate the classic tense, precise, and perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we picked things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore. Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zip line as well. In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we've loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here. Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels. Crash 4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, or Lani Loli, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's gonna have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though, is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during this adventure. For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco. Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingodile. I repeat, you get to play as Dingodile in Crash 4. And a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingodile. In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension. Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bump-a-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspective shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well.
Wow.
Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
They want you to go back and play over and over again just to have fun and try different ways. That's cool.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too.
We know that.
Oh, PS5 gameplay too.
We opened the show with an all-new look at Crash 4. It's About Time, coming to PlayStation 4 on October 2nd. Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
Hitman, the man of hits.
This is definitely PS5.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. It was in the PlayStation 5 reveal, man.
Oh,
Besides,
okay.
this is your big day.
Oh, PS4.
You should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself.
Well, I have to go. I'll call you when I get back to New York.
Take his point of view.
Yeah, more of a first-person mode experience.
Yeah, more of his point of view of how he sees things. Up close first.
Neat. You're just
That's
confirming it's
Yeah.
gonna have a PSVR mode.
Oh, the
Yeah.
entire trilogy. Wow, okay.
Cool.
It's not just the game itself. No, not just for this one.
Right, we both shut as soon as something different came on.
Yeah, immediately came on.
It's a VR game? What is this? Yes, because that's how all paper comes out.
I know, right? Just like, here we go. It has to do something with reversing time, it looks like.
Yeah, no, obviously, yeah.
Obviously, but still, it's
Wait, this is Braid! This
we
is
haven't
Braid!
we haven't
Holy shit, is this Braid 2?
we haven't
Or
heard
is
this
this
game
Braid
in a
this
long
Braid coming to
time.
PlayStation 4? What the fuck?
Anniversary edition.
Whoa! I think it's the first time I believe it's coming to PlayStation.
Oh, look at the
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are new animations for smoother motion,
Improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
We plan to
so
make
you
it
can
the
play
most
with the
detailed
commentary and
commentary
listen
in
to
any
it.
game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
Yeah. I mean, it still confused the hell out of me, but it's still an interesting story. Wow. Braid Anniversary Edition. PS5.
The Pathless is a mythic adventure set on a mystical island. Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS5.
Hi everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid.
Wait,
I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless.
Yeah, they did.
The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast
remember
forest.
the chica had like freaking like
You play as the
stuff
hunter.
covering up the bottom of her face and stuff like that, and then the bow and arrow.
The hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape.
Oh, that's cool.
Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless.
Like faster as well.
So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights. This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the hunter herself.
You literally physically aim. Let's go faster.
With help from the eagle, you can even fly.
Okay.
The bond between the hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless.
That is very
You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping.
That is cool.
Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
Okay.
Can you pet the eagle? Yes.
That is cool.
You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look.
See, it seems like this one's giving us more of a deeper gameplay of how it's going to play out compared to what we got at the Game Awards.
Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap. You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures. Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open-world games, there's no map. Instead, the hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been.
Okay, that's cool.
Shows you your waypoints.
Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision.
It shows you where, it shows you where you've been too.
That's a very intuitive way of that's a very way of integrating.
Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will pose a constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle. Stay still in the light to avoid detection.
Cool.
What was that noise?
Yeah. Metal Gear. What was that noise? Huh?
You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks. When the obelisks are restored, the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
That's interesting. How you have to
Yeah. They're still attacking at the same time. And Eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world.
I hope you've enjoyed this overview of the Pathless. We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore and discover. The Pathless is coming out later this year. Thanks for watching.
I did remember this, but we got more of like a trailer from Game Awards. This was finally like the actual full-on, hey, this is walk through, this is our game.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I'm already...
Next up, let's see what's in store for Spelunky 2.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky.
Ooh.
For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place.
Think of it, Chris, as pretty much
so
like a
many people
treasure
became fans of the game through their friends and family,
like
and even strangers on the internet.
Yeah.
That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family. I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full.
Oh, that guy's dead.
Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys. And find hidden passageways.
Cool.
And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them.
Yeah, you can beat the shit out of them.
So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game.
Okay.
And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2.
The game was announced 2 years ago.
It's been a long journey, but I think it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I remember it was on like a Paris. It was the same Paris Game Show PlayStation event where they also revealed the for the first time.
Yeah.
This was shown during the pre-show. Oh, goddamn. September 15th.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
So it sounds like they said there's updates.
Hey,
there's
something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know this game. Oh my god, is this? Look this up. Oh, fuck. Okay, Chris. Watching this gameplay, what's the first instant Nintendo game just reminds you of that. There's a specific game the group I work for a game that came out 3 years ago.
Breath of the Wild.
Death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill,
because this game got criticized for being a Breath of the Wild.
What is this disturbance?
It feels like it. After watching it right now, it feels like.
Huh?
Yeah, this guy.
Think you can get away?
Because it looks like Breath of the Wild.
Time for takeoff!
The world and everything.
In my opinion,
they can do what they want with it. It's just a matter of, like I always said, it's like it's a matter of how you're selling the product.
Sentient filth. I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
What's this? I'm liking the design.
This ambition of yours, what a waste of stardust.
I like the art style and I like the gameplay already.
Go home, Emperor.
The animation is beautiful. Yeah.
Aeon must die. I am eternal.
God damn.
I'm not done yet.
You should have remained dead.
It was Aeon.
Aeon Must Die.
Aeon Must Die. Alright, into the next one. Shit, I'm liking these art styles. Oh my god.
Oh, they should. I think they should a little bit this at that during that New Games Plus expo.
Did they? I don't remember.
Yeah, I believe they showed a little bit of it. I think it was the one that's in the sizzle.
Well, now we're getting a full taste of it. The way it looks.
It's time to talk Bugsnax. Let's check out some gameplay footage captured from PS5.
Gameplay footage.
My invitation is open. Come join me on the island.
I saw the live performance of the song. It was really good.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a 2-bit con artist. Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense. I swear, if you chase this Bugsnax story, you're out of a job!
You're the journalist! Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a Bugsnax right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite Bugsnax is. And feed it to me, obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa? Oh, of course he does.
Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet.
Nobody
hates Bugsnax and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
Well, say you do find these Bugsnax and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
He falls off a cliff, doesn't he?
I know, right?
Holy crap, it's a pizza dragon.
That works too.
He fell off a cliff. That was interesting, the story trailer.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
I've been hearing about this one, especially for VR, where now they're getting an actual story-based game for it.
The Force is strong with you.
You must stop Vader.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
Cool.
Fate has chosen you.
August 25th. I know it's out on other systems. I guess first time coming to VR.
Yeah.
There's another VR game? Wait! Oh my god, this is it!
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Oh, this is what you're talking about for Control.
This is it. Because you recognize the voice.
Yeah.
I recognize the room. Oh shit. The fuck is that? Oh, ooh, looks like you get a new Iron Returns weapon. Who the fuck was that? Arcade.
Oh!
Oh shit, that was Alan Wake!
Expansion 2.
Oh, August 27th! Oh, I gotta wait till September for myself.
Fuck!
Game. The hotel. That's one of the primaries you go to in the game. Yeah, auto chest coming. Cool. Ooh, this looks interesting.
I like this.
The stick figure. Oh wow, definitely more. It really expands. This game reminds me of something. I don't know what. It reminds me of something.
I just like the concept. The concept is really cool. It's like how you're taking these ordinary signs that you see on an everyday type of, kind of like an ordinary sign, and the most popular character, which is the freaking figure that's always on the sign, and have him travel around.
I feel like I've seen this game before.
The Pedestrian.
Pedestrian. Yeah, I've seen this game before. I think this. I'll have to check it later.
Now let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
It said 2021.
We
PS5 game.
are the forest shadows. Ghosts. Running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
Sumo New Castle.
quiet and down, don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
There's a wolf in the night and he's stalking me.
They've taken everything from those they claim to protect.
When the stakes mean ravage and
Authority and steel will not stop us. We aren't an invading army.
of the forest will be right at hand.
We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
The ghost of the forest, the wraith of the
Damn.
Oh, I think you got him.
The staghorn is heavy, it's the archer's hand.
Oh!
We take back what was stolen,
When the hoods both fly
and the people call us heroes.
from the dead all night.
To others, we are rivals.
Oh.
So you're not the dungeon party. You're the guys who take out the dungeon party.
Oh yeah.
And get what they want for themselves. That's what it sounds like. No gameplay, but I'm interested. Put Outlaws and Legends.
Ooh.
Oh, gameplay. There he goes.
But some of us will become legends.
Yeah, it seems like it's one of those, like, of course it's going to be multiplayer ones, but it's like where you definitely have to take down the castle, but it's like who gets the treasure. You know, now you really have to work as a team, but then you have to take each other out to get to that treasure that you want.
Ooh, Temtem is coming. This is the Pokemon-like game that's been talked about a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, so far it's only in beta, I believe, still, but it's getting a lot of positive buzz. Because, unlike Pokemon, it actually features stuff some Pokemon fans have been wanting. Like, for one thing, this is like more of an MMO style, so you'll run into other online trainers and stuff like that on your journey. And you can even
This is the Pokemon that everybody wants for a game. That's what this is.
It's like,
yes
it
and
has
no.
features people have been wanting.
The features.
Pokemon. See, look, it's sort of, you can actually go on quests together and stuff like that. Yeah, Temtem. Cool, it's coming to PlayStation 5. Cool, yeah, but there's been a lot of positive buzz around it. 2021.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic launching this holiday.
The number last trailer we got from this was like the gangster type of like.
No, I was playing that part of music. Yeah.
That's more the rock version. I'm talking about more the rap version.
Combat overview. Okay.
Okay.
You see
this is what a lot of people want.
My name is Keith Lee, and
I
I
know
am the
people
game
want
director
it more from
for
this
Godfall.
game, so hopefully this
On
helps
behalf
it,
of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay
on
with you today
PS5
and to offer
development
you a glimpse into
kit.
the mystical world of Godfall. Today, you'll be seeing extensive gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's
Do you think
next
we're gonna get
generation
one more thing
console.
after this? Like
Please
the
enjoy.
one more thing?
Possibly.
So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action, satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust loot progression systems.
Warframe.
You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates.
PlayStation Plus
Godfall
subscription
is
is
set
required.
in a brand
at
new
the bottom.
high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane
This
magic,
is what people wanted
and
from
forbidden
the other
realms.
trailer we got from
The world is split
the
up
PlayStation
into the
5 review of
elemental
it.
realms of
It's
earth,
like they got, because I watched a lot of people's reactions.
water,
A lot of people were like,
air,
okay, I don't care about the
and
music.
fire.
Show me more about.
Godfall
Sorry,
is a
more
complete
like what the
package.
game is.
All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay. There are no microtransactions, no waiting for content.
I like how
It's
now they're
all
making it
in
a
the
lot
game
clearer with a
on
lot
day
of this
one.
stuff.
Well, they have to.
As you adventure, you'll get to
Otherwise,
tear
they're fucking
through
gonna get
enemies
flack
to
for it.
challenge
Yeah.
a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat.
You want one of two.
Throughout your journey, you'll
one that
find
makes you look
ancient
like
valor
Batman,
plates lost in
or
time,
one that
each
makes you
with
look
their
like
own
the character on your
characteristics
chest
and
right
long history.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Now let's talk about gameplay in
Give me the
Godfall.
wings and all.
Yeah.
First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment or mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy perspective, the melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves. In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes: the longsword, the dual blades, the polearm, the two-handed warhammer,
Found my weapon.
and the two-handed greatsword. Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and playstyles ranging from fast combos to more strategic deliberative play.
It's hammer
As you
time!
defeat enemies in your adventures,
No,
you will acquire numerous weapons
Stop!
for each
hammer
weapon
time!
category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later
I
date,
probably would go with the
we will
double
delve
blade.
into the weapon classes
same here.
and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes. The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades? As you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time. There's also Mortal Coil, where you can throw your blade into an enemy, pulling the enemy towards you by pulling a cable.
I like that one, yeah.
Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack. If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack.
Yeah,
You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets.
Feels like a shield is making a return back into weaponry.
Just as you catch your shield,
I mean, you got Valhalla that's doing it now. No,
attack.
they're doing it with the shield.
I'm watching
You
the
can
shield.
double tap the
Somebody
shield
likes
button
Captain
to
America.
petrify enemies.
I know, right? But like that's what I said. It feels like the shield is making a return back in weaponry,
ground
you know,
finisher
for some
on
people.
enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
It's boss time.
Ow. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
It's weird because the guy didn't say, so let's see how you take all of this and put it into a boss fight.
I know, right? You think he'd do that. It was just more of like, okay, here's the boss, and I'm not giving a talk. It's gonna explain itself.
That is cool. The
Oh, yeah, it
teleporting
is.
trick, that is fucking cool.
And that's it. Okay.
We hope you enjoyed our
That's
first
it,
walkthrough
yeah.
video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in
the last
December.
one was just more of like,
We have a few
okay,
more
that's it.
surprises coming down the
Here's
road,
some gangster music
such as
with it,
details
you know?
on
It's like,
loot
okay.
and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community
This
on
is the
Twitter,
first official
Facebook,
game actually
and
announced.
YouTube.
Yes,
Thank you.
I used to remember that.
Let's see if we get anything afterwards. I don't think so, but let's see.
I think this is it. To be honest, what they do is probably like a small surprise. Yeah.
That's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this peek into the
that's it?
future of
Okay.
PlayStation. See you next time.
So that was the Sony State of Play for August. And it was good. It was good stuff. Good stuff overall.
Yeah, it was
Good.
good.
Good. It was good. They dived. Well, we don't get a whole bunch of new game announcements. There was a whole bunch of like updates on current stuff. So like right off the bat, we get more news on Crash 4, the customizable costumes, the customizable inverted modes that add challenge to the game. And for the first time, a playable boss from the Crash series will be playable in a Crash standard Crash game, Dingo Dial, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that looked pretty cool. Any other thoughts on that?
No, it looked really cool. That's why I said I need to play the Insane Trilogy, even though this is being done by a different developer. But it's something that I really been wanting to play because again, we've only played just the demos. That's how it really got us into it, but we never actually even owned the game. And I wouldn't mind getting that. I think that's already on my list to get for Insane Trilogy. But this one I like about it is that they're pushing for replayability because they dive deep into it. They're like, it's like you can do more. You can play more of these characters. So it's like, oh, you can play the level like this or like that. It's like they really want people to really dive into trying out different ways of playing the game. And it's smart. It's really smart what they did there.
Comes out in October. First surprise is we got confirmation that Hitman 3 will come with a PlayStation VR mode, which means you can play the entire
series. They said the entire trilogy. They said
the entire
4.
trilogy.
That's what they just stated at the end. You can play the entire trilogy through the VR. So it's like, oh, okay, there we go.
Then the next surprise we got is that they're bringing I believe for the first time. I'm gonna look this up, but Braid Anniversary Edition, which comes out in 2021. Very well-known, popular game, PC 360 title of the same name. I'm gonna double check to see if it's actually a Braid video game. Yeah, but they confirmed updated visuals and adding like a subtitle comment, like a commentary mode for playing through the game. You'll hear insight into the level designs and things like that. Let me see. I'm gonna double check.
Go right ahead.
Release. Okay, this is not the release. Was it? Yeah. So as of right now, it came out on 360, PS, PlayStation, iOS, PlayStation 3, and Linux. This is the second time the game's been on a PlayStation title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the second time.
But they revamped it though. You could tell with the graphics and stuff like that. They revamped it big time.
Yeah, and they've already confirmed it's not a PlayStation exclusive. It is coming to Windows, OS, Linux, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X as well. And the only other thing I missed was that it's getting additional music added to the soundtrack, which is cool.
Yeah, and higher graphics too, because they showed the differences, and you're like, wow, it's much smoother looking.
Yeah, but I played the original. I enjoyed it. It was frustrating because I'm not a big puzzle guy, but it was really fun. The story itself is what a lot of people draw themselves to. I'm on their Wikipedia site right now, and I can see the accolades they got pretty much for the game. And it's like, it was really like I wouldn't say it was one of the first, but it's one of those like where a lot of mainstream started noticing more indie game stuff. A lot. Yeah. This was one of those games, and I enjoyed it. And I don't know. I thought the story was definitely interesting to say the least. Oh. Sorry about that. But yeah, I am looking forward to see what they give us. So next up was the Pathless, which the last time we saw that was at Game Awards. And it's pretty cool. It's like an expansive like game where you're fighting evil darkness stuff, and the way you traverse is like running, but using arrow points to increase your sprint, your sprint meter to keep it going.
That was really cool.
The expansive map, the way they integrated the map into the system. There's the how you have to fight the main bad guys of it. You have to also treat your eagle properly, pet it, treat it well, and it'll help you out in the long run.
Yeah, do all of that.
Yeah, but I think, visually, I honestly think the game looks good overall.
It does, and like I said, it's better than what they showed us at the Game Awards, because at the Game Awards it was more like a trailer. That was about it. And this really just dived into what to expect from the game, how it's going to play, the story, things like that. And I think the one feature I think I really like, and you brought it up as well, which was the map feature, how you access the map.
Oh, hold on one sec.
Just ignore me.
Sorry.
Ignore me.
Sorry, go on.
No, what I really liked is the map feature, what they did, how they added that into it. Because even you brought it up where it's really cool how they're integrating that, so you don't have to pause, look at a map. No, it's like it's already integrated within you itself, where you just look around to see where you've been and where you haven't been.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pause. It's actually related to me and Dad's dinner. Sorry, I'm gonna have to pause. Here we go. But yeah, the path looks fun overall, and I wouldn't mind trying it. Looks like a very ambitious indie title for the most part. Yeah. After that, we got Spelunky 2. Big treasure roguelike game. I believe a roguelike game where it's pretty much you go around, you're just exploring depths. If you die, you kind of like have to go back to square one on everything. It looks fun. They announced that it's going to feature online multiplayer, more expansive weapons, shops, everything you really want in a sequel. Like I said, it's been about when they first announced Ghost of Tsushima since we last heard from the game. That's all the way back. Paris Games Week event. It was in the pre-show. It was the last thing it showed in pre-show was that Spelunky 2 was being worked on. So it's been about like 2 years since we've heard about this game. So I'm happy to hear that overall. So
yeah,
not much to say about the game. It looks fun. I've seen gameplay footage of it. I'm not a big fan of rogue. I'll be honest. I just finished West of Dead, and I'm not a big fan of roguelites. I'm not a big fan of roguelikes. I really am not. But after that, we got the one I was talking about called Genshin Impact. Yeah. This is I believe a Chinese developed title. Hold on a sec, let me get that up.
This is the one you're telling me about
It got flack.
Breath of the Wild. The Breath of the Wild flack.
Yeah, it's a Chinese developed JRPG. Where it got flagged because it bared resemblance to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So, me personally, there are some shots and stuff that make it clearly look like Breath of the Wild. But yeah, I believe it's its own game. Chinese fans were bitching money about it. I looked at it, I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, Breath of the Wild wasn't a bad game. It was a good game. So if they're copying from that, so be it. Like, when people gave flack for Spider-Man's gameplay being like Arkham, I'm like, but Arkham's a good game. Should you be
I
borrowing
know, right?
from good stuff?
It's like it's a type of thing where it's like when you mention it, you know, they're pulling it from a bad game, then you can start complaining. But if you're complaining that's taking it from another good game, but the game itself still has a good story and things like that, it's like, then what the hell?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. The game still looks fun to me. I mean, no complaints here.
Yeah.
It comes out autumn 2020. Next up, we got. I'm gonna have to double check this because I don't know if it was Aeon Must Die or Ion Must Die, but like this was the really cool, like looks like hack and slash style one with the unique art style that you liked. But if you want to talk about it a bit, let me know what you think of it.
No, I like it. I love the art style to it. It's just, yeah, that's what it's called. It's called Aeon Must Die.
Aeon Must Die. It's AEON.
And Must Die. But no, I love the art style. Just the way it the way it looks and it plays. I'm like, I'm fascinated. But we're, like I said, mainly just the style, just the stylistic look of it. It just really stands out to where it's like it's definitely separating itself from its own thing, you know. And this is something I definitely I would want to keep a close eye on to see how well it does.
Here it goes. According to this, Aeon Must Die turns the beat-up genre on its head, including breakneck risk-reward gameplay, innovative tactical figure fighting favoring brains over reflexes, and an RPG element system that tracks how you behave as a warrior and changes challenges story accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I kind of got a sense for that. It's not just coming to PS4, but it's also coming to Switch, Xbox One, and PC.
But it looks phenomenal. It looks.
I wouldn't mind
beautiful.
trying
I
it out.
love it.
Visually, it looks amazing. It looks like a fun hack and slash overall, and looks very brutal, which you don't get a lot of nowadays in terms of brutal hack and slash games. Okay, there we go.
Story-based death/sanity system will make the game as hard or as easy as you want it. But remember, the evil preys and the weak-minded.
Okay, next up we got ANNO Mutationem, which I've seen this game before, but it hasn't been too long since I last saw it.
That one looks like another beautiful game, just the artwork itself.
No, it's ANNO Mutationem.
Mutationem.
Yeah. Okay.
That one is another one where, like, again, it's just the style they're going with everything. It's just like fantastic. You're like, what in the world? You know, it's like it reminds me of that one game that I'm still waiting for, that they announced back in 2017 at Microsoft's press conference, and they're still developing it, but we haven't heard anything. We only heard it from that one time, and it was that one game called The Last Night. You know, where it's like it's stylistic, it looks beautiful, and you want more from it. But there are times when it's like you're hoping that it's a good game, and hopefully it comes out sooner than ever. You know, so.
Yeah, so according to this, it's a 2.5D cyberpunk hardcore action game, borrowing a lot of pixel art style and cyberpunk elements. So, yeah, looks fun. Next, we got a story trailer, which I wasn't expecting, for Bugsnax.
Oh, God.
Which apparently we find out that you're playing...
Story trailer / gameplay trailer as well. That's what it was.
Yeah, but a story trailer pretty much confirming that you're a journalist who goes to visit this so-called island filled with weird food creatures and stuff. I guess your editor-in-chief doesn't believe you.
Yeah.
So you have to go to prove it, and it looks like in the long run, you pretty much help rebuild the town on the island.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And weird shit happens, like flying pizza monsters.
Yeah, fun.
Looks fun. Vader Immortal. Now, this game's been out for a while now on I think it was an Oculus. Yeah, Vader Immortal. Let me see this.
Yeah, this one's been around for a while, actually. This one's been I've been following for a little bit, because it was like it's very interesting where they're going with it, and how this is like they wanted a full story-based game with this, and they were trying so many betas back in the day where they're trying it out, and they're like, hey, this is Vader, Immortal or something like that, and they're like, this is something, and I was like, okay, so is it just more of like a fun little quick game for Star Wars fans? It's like, but it looks like they evolved it into like a legit full-on story-based game for VR.
Now, I can't see it here, but it is it's a 3-part VR series.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you saw it. You having to, I guess, team up or take down Darth Vader. Yeah, I'm trying to look up the information on this right now. Going to the PlayStation website at this moment. Looks like it includes... Oh, and my screen white out on me. There it goes. Beta's chosen you. Star Wars VR game. Sorry, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, it does come with. Yeah, it does comes out in summer, according to what. Yeah, August 25th, and it does feature all 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But it was originally. It looks like it was originally an Oculus exclusive. Now it's not.
It was.
Anymore.
That's why I said it was originally an Oculus exclusive, but then that's why I said it looks like Sony grabbed it.
Yeah. Cool. A big VR guy. And our biggest pop of the evening was the first trailer for the second expansion to Control, AWE, which of course, if anybody played the game knows, that stands for Altered World Events. For anybody's played for anybody's played Alan Wake, you know full well what caused that. But Altered World Event, I guess for the uninitiated, Altered World Event is essentially like a event that Altered World Event is an event that happens due to one of the MacGuffin items you would normally find in the Federal Bureau of Control.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you already know you played Alan Wake. In his case, it was the typewriter.
Yeah.
It was a typewriter, and this one, the only summary we ever got, I had to research because I was curious, was that the investigations department of the Federal Bureau of Control is open now, and Jesse has to go investigate because there's some out of control objects of power in there, and so you have to go in and figure out what's going on. And it looks like, also based off the concept art image we got for this expansion, is that. I guess for Alan Wake fans, you're gonna find out what happened to Alan Wake after the event of,
like where he went to, where is he now, type of thing. You know,
because where
he ended up.
Because even I guess minor spoilers, because when you look at the information when the Bureau of Control went to investigate, they didn't necessarily find anything. And, they researched everybody, talked to everybody. They know it happened, but they can't find Alan Wake. Apparently the last thing they heard about him was he went to the lake and that was never seen again.
Yeah.
So here, I loved it because you knew because you played Alan Wake and you heard the voice, you're like, oh, and then I caught on because it's the motel you go to a lot in the game Control. So based on what I saw, I guess without getting into spoilers, looks like you do get another new service weapon add-on ability. The first expansion, you got one for your gun that lets you move and create and destroy items with your service weapon and your abilities. This one is more of something more to it as well. Definitely familiar is we saw was that the moon landing rover in one shot?
That's what it looked like.
Did you know what that thing was called? The Sham? Was that something in Alan Wake?
It's been a while since I played the game, but I think that's what it's called, if I'm correct. For the Sham.
But honestly, I can't wait. It comes out August 27th. I do not know it because I got the Xbox version, and I do not know if it comes out. Let me see release date. Xbox release.
Because you already know I'm getting it. I'm probably gonna get it for the Xbox, but that's gonna be later down the road, But probably the next gen, like you said, because since it's coming, they did announce it is coming to the next gen consoles.
Yeah, they confirmed. I believe right now it's only been confirmed for next gen for PS5 right now.
But I say give it time, and they'll get it eventually onto the Xbox, the Series X.
I'm trying to find out because I want to know because apparently I didn't because I bought the season pass as well when I finally started playing. And I didn't find out until later that the Xbox owners got it 2 weeks after PlayStation owners got it. And I was pissed. I was like, oh my god, I'm glad I had to dodge that bullet. Yeah, it is coming to next gen systems. God damn it. Yeah, I can't find anything else, but yeah, if it's anything like with the previous expansion, I may have to wait a couple weeks. So for me, I'll probably have to wait till early September to do it. But that was our biggest reaction was that because I was so fucking psyched. So I'm because I read speculation that they said Remy said it's still coming out in the summer. Still look forward to it, and it is. We have a release date, and I'm really psyched to try it out. To finally finish the game fully.
Yeah, fully.
And then you'll probably play a complete edition on Series X or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Auto Chest coming October 31st. Very well popular game that was turned into its own game that now it's coming to PlayStation. to Pedestrian, which I could swear this game has come out before, because I kept on getting this vibe like I've seen this game before. Pedestrian. Let's see. They have. Oh wait, it's the name of a song. Hold on a second. Pedestrian game. Yeah,
you don't want the song. You want the game.
Okay. Yeah. This game has come out before. This game has come out before. So like, it came out back in January on PC, and it's coming to. They said PS5, right? It was PS5?
Yeah, I think so. Shit.
Don't worry, I'm looking. You don't have to look. I'm looking, but it's coming to PlayStation. That's what matters right now. And I've seen this game before, and it's basically just like you're going through different like pedestrian signs. The wall crossing, the restroom signs.
It looked like it started off on Steam as well, but even on Steam, it's got like a 10 out of 10 rating.
Yeah, so a lot of people like this game, and I remember I've seen it before, like years ago, and like I totally forgot it came out this year. So it's really cool to come out this year. It looks really fun.
Yeah, it does.
Next up, we got this one called Hood, Outlaws and Legends. This one was cool because like it was interesting because the way they were describing it is you're not playing the dungeon party, you're playing the guys who usually attacks a normal dungeon party,
You're the one who's going in to get, because what I was noticing is that it looks like pretty much you work as a team to get past all these guards to get to where you get to, but then the catch is it's like the treasure is first come first serve, whoever can get their hands on it type of thing.
Okay, yeah, this is coming to all systems as well, according to what I'm reading here. It's being described as a medieval stealth game, but like I don't know. At first I got Souls vibes. I definitely got some Souls vibes from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Focus on from Digital is a multiplayer game focused on warring armies in a medieval setting. The real game seems to have a Robin Hood-esque vibe to it, centering around taking back stolen property land from a corrupt authority. Gameplay footage showed a focus on self-kills, melee, and bow and arrow combat. Okay, so it's like Robin Hood vibes, hence the name Hood.
Yeah.
Like Robin Hood vibe. So like you're stealing from the rich to give to poor. In this case, taking back what was stolen from you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's fun. They show a bit of gameplay, but really didn't say much about what you're doing overall. But can't wait to see more.
Yeah, same here.
Then we got what I like was Temtem. This is the Pokemon-like game that's been out for a while in beta. I believe it got fully released on PC. No, I believe it's on beta. Comes out 2021, and I already told you it's not Pokemon. It's a not Pokemon game. Basically,
yeah, like
you go around. You can, instead of Pokeballs, you capture capture creatures with these like digital like capture cards.
Yeah,
I feel like PC jargon, but like digital capture cards, and a lot of people like. Sorry, I jump on my word. What a lot of people like about the game is that it is it has features that people want from Pokemon games for a while now. Like really to play with friends on adventure, on missions, more of it feeling like you're in this massive world and you're not just the only trainer going out there, stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people have been enjoying it. I believe there's some stuff still to work on. It's not exactly Pokemon, but of course it has a full Pokemon aesthetic to it. But I think it's something a lot of people enjoy, and it feels more grounded, like in reality.
It does.
In terms of its story, a bit more grounded in the story. So like, I know you're probably like one of your first time seeing the game. I've seen it a couple of times, and it does look fun. And it looks like it's aiming to be like a very solid alternative to the Pocket Monsters franchise that we all know and somewhat love.
Yeah, sure.
So, and then our last thing was gameplay overview of Godfall, the game that came with a rap song. Best way to describe it. So this was, of course, one of the first games confirmed.
Yeah. It was at the Game Awards when they first announced it.
Yeah, it was Game Awards. It was one of the first games that confirmed for the PlayStation 5. So like, and it's about what we expected. It has like some God of War vibes, but definitely more in the vein of like Warframe, like a hack and slash multiplayer feel. I believe it's like 3-player multiplayer, not 4, just 3. They showed different weapon types like spear, sword, long sword, the giant fuck off hammer, the giant fuck up sword, and some cool abilities too, like some teleporting closer to your enemies, or dragging them closer towards you, or just like spinning blades attacks, stuff like that. And the game looks fun.
That's why I said I like this like we were saying before during the gameplay. It was like this is a better look at the game compared to the last two times, because the first time was more of like, okay, it's announcing it's coming to, you know, it was more that one. The first one was more like a cinematic trailer. That's what it was, and it was kind of just showing, okay, and now making the big announcement. The second one at the PlayStation 5 reveal event just felt like it just was like, here, you know, add some rap music and just go with it. Just we're showing them gameplay. That's it. Mm-hmm. Here, I like this. It was better because it really dived into giving us, okay, what is this game about? What is what's the gameplay like? What is the battle system going to be like? I think that's what a lot of people wanted. Because I watched a lot of people's one of their biggest issues. Like, they didn't like the music, and they wish they would have like dived a little bit more into what was going on, or at least some more gameplay of what's what. You know, and hopefully maybe this satisfies some fans, just to see, you know, maybe they may not like it, but maybe they enjoy it.
Yeah, story-wise was just you have to climb this tower to fight a giant god, and that's it.
Yeah,
so like, you know, I love playing these kind of games with friends, but I need some story to convince me to continue playing with said friends.
There's got to be some type of good, long, drawn-out good story to this.
Yeah, but overall, I liked it. It was nice.
This was good. This was really good.
It was like kind of like a comfort food, you know. It's not something you're really excited about. It's something to help you relax.
And they scattered just a few PlayStation 5 stuff just to keep people still interested, which I like. You know, it's like you keep people going, hey, here's some PS5 stuff, but don't forget we still have other stuff, you know, for, you know, those who can't really get the console just yet, or, you know, just before this, you know, is coming to an end.
And they did show PS5 stuff. It's not they weren't PS5 exclusive stuff, but they did show PS5 stuff, which was a nice.
Oh, that's what I said. This satisfies fans for those who are just still, their mindset is still on PS5. Like, some new things to expect that's going to be on the next gen, you know?
Yeah. But honestly, grade wise, I would give it like I'm hovering around like a B+, A-, you know, like.
I'm giving it a B- myself.
B-? Okay,
B-.
Explain.
No. Like I said, the only big large interesting thing was just the Alan Wake stuff, you know. Crash was, you know, was fine. Like I said, I still want to get the games and still want to play them when I find that time to. But, you know, but it's like the rest of it was, you know, just all right, because it's not a lot of games I would probably play, but it just piqued my interest, you know, only because of art style, this or that. But to me, it was just a B- to. To me, it was good. You know, I'm not saying it was great, it was fantastic, but I gave it a B- because it was just there. It was like more of a chillax type of thing where you're like, okay, cool.
Okay,
you know, you're not expecting this big thing.
Yeah, I think I'll put mine down to about like a B+. To be honest, I like, you know, I have to think about it, like, critically and like personally. Like, critically, I would give it like a B+, A-. You know, they show, you know, what people were worried they were just going to show only PS4 stuff, but they did show some PS5 stuff. They did show like they're still supporting VR in a sense with some of the titles they showed. And there's still a lot to come for the PlayStation 4, and still stuff to look forward to for PS5. Because like with the Xbox One, their focus was on Games Pass basically. And here's what you get for Xbox One and Series X, and of course the upgrades, the smart delivery system. Yeah. And I believe that's the same thing they were doing here, which was like showing, hey, look, you get for PS4 now. Guess what? It's also coming to PS5. So
yeah, you know, people already know. So
I think that's what
it's eventually going to come.
And I think that's what Sony knew. Like, personally, yeah, I would probably give it about a B. You know, like the only thing that really made me pop was the Control expansion, and I was really surprised by the Braid Anniversary Edition stuff. And you know,
this was like the more cool down phase after the PS5 reveal events, and you know, anything else afterwards after that for any huge announcements. This was like more of a cool down, still getting people, hey, don't forget about PlayStation, still in your mind, but not to the point where like you're jamming it down your throat. It's just like more of, hey, don't forget about this stuff. You know, this little things here that are coming.
Yeah, but overall, like personally B, more critically be like a B+, A-. You know, I still feel like critically, they still need to show some more PS5 stuff. But like I said, they did confirm a release date and price are coming sometime this month.
So who knows? Maybe that'll be their next state of play announcement. Who knows?
So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button if you want to talk to us more about stuff like this. Comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about video games and Sony Directs, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this state of play. What did you give it? Would you guys grade it? Do you think it was like about what I said about like, you know, B minus, or at least mainly just straight up B minus? Or do you agree with my brother, pretty much Kristen, where he said, you know, critically he would have given it more like a B plus, A minus? I mean, what did you guys think of it? Do you think it was just more of a really good, decent PlayStation state of play where it was just straight to the point and they didn't really shove everything down your throats? Anything that popped out the most for you in this state of play? Any games that you're interested in that you won't mind checking out more of, that you're seeing for the first time? Let us know what you guys thought of our reaction overall to this state of play. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And as an update, right now there is a rumor. So on the next special episode of SRB TV, there is currently a rumor that we will be getting a Nintendo Direct sometime between next week and the following week and a half. So, yeah, so hopefully it's not a goddamn partner showcase, and it's the Nintendo Direct everybody's been wanting for what feels like freaking ever now.
Exactly.
But until next time, but also though, also check out our other SRB TV stuff, Dark, Harley Quinn, all of our other enjoyable programmings on our channel. But until next time, folks, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very direct-filled episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
If you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
at Super React Bros.